My husband is in love with his ex. We were at a community event and I noticed him looking at her. Then I went through his phone and I saw texts between him and his brother saying that he still loves her and he misses her so much. We had an arranged marriage. I know that my husband's parents picked me out for him and he agreed because his parents wanted him to marry someone from the same culture. Now that we're married, I don't know what to do. I am angry to hear that he's still in love with his ex, but I don't know how to move forward. Do I bring him the ex as a second wife? And what does that make me look like? I feel like it tells the world that I'm not enough. What should I do, sister? I'm so sorry to hear this, sister. First of all, to all the men out there, when you want to marry someone and you go and talk to your parents about it and your mommy and daddy say, no, you can't marry them, please disobey your parents. Because what's the end result? These guys that listen to their parents and marry whoever their parents pick out for them, at the end of the day, you're hurting three people. You're hurting yourself, you're hurting the girl that you were in love with that was expecting you to marry her and you didn't marry her, and you're hurting an innocent party that's coming into the situation thinking she's found a husband and in reality her husband's in love with someone else. First of all, be a man. When you're not a man, the effects and the consequences of your behavior affect more people. So if you are a man, you're a leader. Act like a leader and stop being such a coward when mommy and daddy say no, not to marry someone because they're not from the same culture. Grow a pair of balls and tell your parents in Islam that's not how it is, okay? Second of all, sister, it's up to you. At this point, you married someone who is not honest from the beginning. So sit down with him, have a conversation, and see what you want. There is absolutely no shame in being a second wife or bringing a second wife to your husband. Our value, God gave us our value. When Allah created you, He said you're enough. Whether you have a husband, you don't have a husband, your husband has 3 wives, 4 wives, that has nothing to do with whether you're enough. You're enough because God said you're enough. And trust me, Allah wants you to hear this. You're enough. It's up to you. You can decide to move towards breaking this marriage and going your own way, but I'm going to give you a real glimpse into that. The reality is, women that are divorced are not given the same value as men. When a divorced man comes into the world, they're like, he has experience, he's been married, so his value is up high. When a divorced woman comes into the world, they say, she's unwanted, she's used, she has no value. And unfortunately, divorce will give you that route. Even though that's not Islamically correct, it's very culturally prevalent and we need to change that. But I want you to know what the realistic options are. The second option is you don't get a divorce and you try to work with your husband. He did make the choice to marry you. All of this that I'm just assuming, I don't know what his thoughts are. I don't know exactly how he feels about you. We know how he feels about the other lady, but how does he feel about you? Does he care about you? Does he love you? Does he want to give this marriage a chance? That's up to you to sit with him, talk to him about this. And if you're open to the idea of second marriage, that's amazing, mashallah. And you're more admirable for that. You're more of, like a way better person than him. Just gonna straight up say it. Men, you have to be honest. You can't just be sneaky and sleazy and dishonest and cowardly. Your parents are married. They shouldn't be the ones affecting your life and your life decisions of who you're gonna marry. That's up to you. So at the end of the day, sister, it's your choice. I've given you both sides. And if you want to talk about this further, you can further reach out on the website through the inbox chat. And inshallah, we can have more conversations about this and I can give you more guidance.